Good morning, it's Melody Brooke again. Today I want to talk about respect. And the reason I want to talk about respect is that I've been all over the country this morning talking about a new survey that's out about how terrible it is that kids are not respecting their teachers. And teachers don't feel like the kids are respecting them, and the parents don't feel like the teachers are respecting them. So what is respect anyway? To begin with, respect is, I'll tell you what it's not. It's not doing for something what they can and should do for themselves, which is part of where the problem starts, is that oftentimes parents are so concerned that their kids aren't going to love them or aren't going to like them, that they feel like it's their job to protect their kids from every upset, every disappointment, every failure, and to give them everything that they want. The problem with that is that it prevents your child from being able to be self-sufficient. It prevents them also from being able to have a center of control that's within themselves, so that they feel that they're capable of going out into the world and getting and doing for themselves and dealing with failures and dealing with disappointments in a positive way. We learn that as kids when we experience those things, and then we have our parents there to help us sort out how to manage that. And if we don't do that, we're not being respectful of our kids. We're preventing them from growing into the functional adults that they should grow into. So then what happens is they go into the school system and they expect the teachers, the administration, to treat them the same way. And of course they don't. And so then they get angry, and then they run home and tell their parents, and their parents run in and try to intervene for them. And what ends up happening is then the school system turns into the bad guy, and then of course the school system will escalate their attempts at power and control, and they will get disciplinarian and make the teachers and the kids the bad guys, and suddenly you're stuck in this cycle. And that's what I talk about in my book. I talk about how we get stuck in that cycle so easily when we don't respect each other, when we don't have empathy for each other, when we don't own what we are capable of doing, when we don't own our part in a situation. So understanding how that cycle works is really key to being able to be respectful and to set up a system that's respectful. Because the bottom line is, it's not only the responsibility of the parents, it's also the responsibility of the school system to find a way to create a culture of respect and empathy and ownership that starts at day one. And so when we can do this, it changes everything. That's why the name of my book is, Oh Wow, This Changes Everything. You can find it on Amazon, and you can find it on Kindle and on Audible, and you can find out more about me at melodybrook.com. Talk to you later. Bye.